I'm not as flexible as I once was. Hello folks, this is the new Tesla Model Y Standard, the new entry level from Tesla for their big SUV. This comes in at just under £42,000. The next step up now with Tesla is considerably more. We're looking at £48,990 for the Model Y long range rear wheel drive. This one here gives you 314 miles of range. They have stripped back a few things to basically bring that price point down. You'll notice, for example, we don't have the full light bar at the front. I actually don't mind the look of this. I don't know if I possibly prefer it to the one with the full light bar. We've also got things like the roof has changed. We'll talk about that more in a sec. And there are some more simple interior finishes. So the UK model still comes with nice 19-inch alloy wheels. Tesla have done quite a bit with this, working with insurance companies and things to try and bring the insurance costs down. So this one's now only a Group 34, which is a vast improvement over some previous models. They've also reduced the acceleration times. This one's got a 0 to 60 time of 6.9 seconds, which makes it, I think, the slowest Tesla you can buy, but it certainly still feels sprightly enough behind the wheel, but I'll talk more about that during the test drive segment. Of course, if you want to find out the latest lease prices available on the Tesla Model Y, there's a link to leasing.com in the video description and a QR code popping up on the screen for you. So the area where you probably see most changes are in the interior, and the first one you'll notice is we've now got cloth seats instead of leather seats, or certainly part cloth seats, and everything's a bit more kind of stripped back. So where we normally have that large central sort of console with a lot of storage, we've now got a decent sized cubby here, a couple of cup holders, and then this big expanse where actually you can fit a really decent sized rucksack. We've also got a couple of phone chargers there. And I don't think it's actually a bad evolution because I've got a bit more knee room than I have in the traditional Tesla Model Y. So I think that could prove to be something that's quite popular with people. You've still got the infotainment system, the big screen, some slight changes to that over what we've seen before, but nothing too dramatic. And inside, although we've still got a glass roof, it's now covered, so we don't get the light coming in from the roof. Again, I can live with that. It's not the end of the world. You've also got some kind of simpler materials, and they've made everything kind of feel a wee bit less premium, but I don't necessarily think it feels worse. It just feels a bit different. Today, folks, I've got my good chum and renowned international motoring journalist, Jerome Andre, with me.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
See you.
Jerome's quite a Tesla fan, and you might have seen Jerome's YouTube channel. It's called Outrun YT.
Yes.
And lots of aftermarket EV stuff, EV conversion
print
stuff.
magazines in America and other outlets. Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff.
Yeah, Jerome's actually successful, unlike me. What do you think of this, Jerome?
I think this could be the best Tesla for many people, from like taxi operators, fleet owners. And also, if you like to go slightly like off-roading, green laning in the UK, that could be quite fantastic because you can sleep in the back. You could have a roof rack. You don't care about, the glass roof. It doesn't have one. And also, it comes with smaller wheels, 19-inch. I wish they would have brought the 18-inch because it means you could have more off-road or all-terrain tires. It would be even cheaper to change those tires. The range, I'm quite surprised how much range it gives for like a budget Tesla.
Yeah.
It's almost too much. Like over 300 miles is almost too much on the budget one. And for whoever is going to buy this, again, taxi drivers, maybe fleets, it's well enough with the supercharging network.
One of the most obvious areas of cost cutting comes in the frunk area. It no longer appears to be completely weather sealed, and certainly the quality of materials they've used for the Trailiner seem to have taken a bit of a dip. Otherwise, generally speaking, the cost cutting that's happened flies under the radar a bit. And don't forget, we've still got one of the best boot sizes in the class with over 2,000 litres of space with the back row of seats down. And let's not forget that underfloor storage, which is cavernous.
The new Tesla Model Y Standard still retains its camping mode, and you can of course get an inflatable mattress to come in here so you can get all nice and cozy. Jerome, I normally sleep in the nude.
One good thing is you have your little lights, you can read, you have camp mode. You cannot see the stars, unfortunately, but it doesn't really matter because it might be even better.
That's one thing here is like we've still got the glass roof above, which is there for structural purposes, but it's covered inside here. So you obviously don't get the light coming through. But as you say, if you're camping in here, it's a result. Yeah.
Because you will end up having like blanking canvas to properly sleep in it. Obviously, you're missing the screen here, but with the app, you can do most of it.
Yeah.
So not a big loss. And if you really wanted to do like long stays, you can remove the base of the seat and you will have a perfectly flat bed. So happy days. I think it's time to take it for a spin.
One of the other areas where Tesla have saved a few quid is with the dampers in this. It's got more basic dampers on the suspension. Obviously the new Model Y sort of improved ride quality fairly significantly over the outgoing model. And this feels more akin to the outgoing model in terms of ride quality. I live with the outgoing model on a day-to-day basis, and for me it's not problematic. I know some people find it a bit harsh. I don't think it's particularly bad, and I drive lots of new cars all the time. Lots of modern cars are a bit firm on the ride quality front, and certainly a lot of new electric cars because they're a bit heavier. So I don't think it's necessarily bad, but you have to understand that you won't get quite the ride quality in this that you would if you went further up the trim levels. The rest of the car feels extremely similar. The difference in that 0 to 60 time doesn't really come across. I mean, it's still very sprightly when you pull away from a junction. In the twisty stuff, I mean, there's absolutely more than enough acceleration. There's still a sub 7 second 0 to 60 car, and I don't think you're honestly going to miss that 1.5 seconds of acceleration in normal everyday use. Obviously, if you want to take this thing around a track or something, you get the performance version, but you're looking at a significantly more expensive price point. And for most people, this thing's going to be absolutely fine. It's still very efficient, and Tesla claims 4.5 miles per kilowatt hour WLTP. Say from my experience in Teslas, always incredibly efficient, especially when you consider the size of the car. People often just look at that top end kind of range figure and don't look any further into it than that. But Tesla's given you that kind of range with a much smaller battery than in a lot of its competition. You know, lots of cars that are giving you 300 miles of range have an 80 kilowatt hour battery in, or even larger than that. And Tesla does extremely well on the efficiency front and always has. Also, the fact that we've still got this very nice infotainment system. It's one of the best in the market, in my opinion. A lot of people don't like the fact that it's so touchscreen reliant, but the voice commands are excellent. And despite the fact everything's on a touchscreen, you've got all the important things right there at all times. This really has got quite a lot going for it. It doesn't, to me, feel like a step down from the standard car, really. It feels like a slightly different option. I like the fact I've got more knee room, for example. For some people, that might not be an issue. Some people might decide to pay the extra 6-7 grand to get the slightly better ride quality. Some people might decide to pay that to get, you know, slightly better acceleration, etc. I think the Tesla Model Y is still fundamentally a car that's at the top of its game and is more than a match for quite a lot of its competition. And it does have a lot of competition nowadays, lots and lots of competition. But certainly from a software point of view, and from a value for money point of view, and for an ease of living with on a daily basis, I still think this is the leader in the clubhouse. And perhaps this more affordable option might be the one for you. Folks, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Go and check out Jerome's channel as well. I'll put a link to that in the video description for you. Jerome's been helping me with the camera work today, so massive thanks to him for that. and he's got some brilliant stuff on his channel. He's far better at this kind of stuff than me, so go and check that out. And a massive thanks to leasing.com for sponsoring the video. Don't forget to check out that link in the video description or scan the QR code on your screen to get all the latest lease prices on this or any other car you care to think of, and it helps support the channel. Thanks folks, see you on the next one.
Huge thanks to all my channel members for your continued support. I really do appreciate it.